Alright, so what's up everybody out there? How y'all doing? So, here I am. Okay, let's count this as part 2. Because there's always going to be new tech cards and new ways of how I play a deck. And we're talking about it right here, my Darklord deck. Because yeah, new cards, new different versions or methods, whatever you want to call it, of how I play the deck. Whichever deck I'm talking about. Now again right here, we're talking about my Darklord deck. It is still going to be similar. And yeah, no matter how many times I show this deck, and I'm going to show you guys most likely all the times I'm going to be doing this deck, only due to the fact because it's a bit different. Maybe still most likely similar, but what I'm saying about different is because there are new cards I put in here and there are some cards that I've taken out. So, it's still what I mean by similar because it's still going to be fusion. This is still a fusion Darklord deck. And then there are some new cards I put in here and there are some cards I took out of here. So, further ado, here we go. Let's just say another let's say part 2 or my new version of the Darklord fusion deck I created. This is not like a competitive deck of what you have seen of how people are using Darklord decks, because I play for fun. If you're playing for fun, it gets more consistent, more fun to me of playing an actual deck. Rather if it's the Darklord deck right here, my Monarch deck, my King of the Skull Servant deck, any deck I'm talking about. The more you play for fun, the more consistent it is for me to play the game. If I'm playing with those competitive cards, which I will never play, but let's just say for an example, I would play them, if I did play them, it's not going to be fun. It's going to be like, what's the point is? It was just useless. So, it is still going to be the Fusion Darklord deck, but a little different. Because there are some cards I took out, and there are some cards I put in. So first, okay, you're still going to go with the 2 Darklord Morningstars. Yes, pretty much, most players, they only go with 1 Morningstar. I go with 2. But remember, I'm not playing competitive. If you're playing competitive, most likely you're only going to want to use 1 Morningstar. But I use 2. So, he can be done as a double tribute, even though if he's level 10 monster. When he is summoned onto the field, due to the fact of how many monsters your opponent has on the field that are effect monsters, that's how many Darklord monsters you can bring out from your deck right onto the field. As long as you control a Darklord on the field, your Darklord Morningstar cannot be destroyed by card effects. And he's pretty much the boss monster of the deck. So I love the archetype of how Darklord Morningstar is. Now, if you do not know what Darklord Morningstar is, that's pretty much Lucifer. But in the way I believe that's the way in Iran of how they say Darklord Morningstar, it's just another name for Lucifer. We know the actual names of, how you whatever you want to call Lucifer, Devil, Satan, I don't know. There are different kind of ways of how to call them. But Morningstar is considered another way of the devil. So Lucifer. But it's Darklord Morningstar. So, I was using 2, now it's going 3 of the Duentity, the new one of the Darklords, the level 4 one. So, when he is normal summoned, or special summon any Darklord monster that you want from your deck onto the field. The only one you cannot bring out is Darklord Morningstar, because it cannot be special summoned. Now, when he is in the graveyard, as long as you control a Fairy Dark Fusion monster onto the field, you can remove this card from play, get any Darklord card or a quick play forbidden spell card from your graveyard, add it right back to your hand. Because you're going to be playing the forbidden cards in here. Here we go. Another new one. I was using 2. Now it's only 3. Now it's 3. Like I said, I switched it up a bit. Of the Google it. When you special summon, get yourself 2 tokens, 2 level 6 tokens. Dark Fairies. So, here we go. 2 Darklord Fairies. When he's in the graveyard, sent away, any kind of way. Get yourself from your deck onto from your hand any Darklord card. It doesn't have to be a monster. Just a Darklord card or a forbidden spell card. Any kind of way. And it's only once per turn. The duet once per turn as well. Steal your draw power of the deck, the Darklord Exile. Once per turn, you can send away Darklord Exile and any other Darklord card. Just a Darklord card. Doesn't matter. Send it to the graveyard, your draw power. Draw 2 cards. Some of the Darklords have this effect and some of them do not. Which is, the other effect of what I mean, of what some of them don't have, that some of them do have, is that you can pay 1,000 life points, copy one of your magic or traps that's in your graveyard of a Darklord, send that card right back to your deck, shuffle. The one that you chose becomes this effect. Exile has that. And it's during any player's turn. It's a quick play. So some of them do not. But the main part of Darklord Exile is to draw 2 cards, and that's once per turn. I was using 1. I was using 3. But now it's just 1. Darklord Superbia. Only 1, not 3. So as I said, some of them do have the effect of paying 1,000. Some of them do not. Superbia does not have that, but it has the effect when it is special summoned onto the field from the graveyard. You special summon a fairy monster. Doesn't have to be a Darklord. It can be any, because there is a fairy in here that's not a Darklord. Now, okay, I had to put in some more monsters in here. So, Nastin, Nurgle, Tezcatlipoca. Other fairy Darklords. You possibly have seen these already, but you saw of how I switched the deck around. Tezcatlipoca has that effect, paying 1,000. Its original effect is when any of your Darklord monsters will be destroyed by battle or by card effects, you can discard this from your hand, prevents it from being destroyed by battle or card effects for that one turn. And only on one Darklord monster. Tezcatlipoca. Nurgle, same thing. Pay 1,000, copy one of your magic or traps of a Darklord, send it right back, shuffle. That magic or trap card becomes this effect. Nurgle, whenever it attacks a defense position monster, it pierces damages. Nastin, same effect. Pay 1,000. Now, the main effect, you discard 2 Darklord cards, including Nastin. You special summon Nastin. So yeah, some of them have that effect, some of them do not. So I had to put in more monsters in here, because I had like a lot of more magic cards that I did not want to have in here. So yeah, all my Darklord monsters. Now what I mean by it's not a Darklord, but of course you've seen me use it. I use an Darklord Christia. I still use one. I wish it was a Darklord Christia. I wish there was one. That would have been so awesome. But no, it's Darklord Christia. So what I mean by if it's in your graveyard, remember, Darklord Superbia. Bring out any fairy monster. You can even bring out Darklord Christia. If you have Darklord Christia in your hand, if you have just exactly four fairies in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. Now if you did do that effect, out of the 4, search one, get it to your hand. As well as when Darklord Christia is on the field, no one can special summon. That's the best thing about Darklord Christia. Not just by how you special summon it, by the effect, which is no one can special summon. Hopefully that's not going to affect you, but yeah, it does hit you too. So yeah, like it says right here, if you have exactly 4 fairies in your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand. If special summon this way, target 1 fairy, like I just said, from your graveyard, and add that card to your hand. Neither player can special summon monsters. If this face-up monster would be sent to the graveyard, place it to the top of the deck. Okay, so destroyed by card effect, okay, it goes back top of your deck. Unless it's destroyed by battle, then okay, yeah, you get the idea. And then for my last monsters, again, fair. If you're gonna do fusion, what are you gonna do? King of the Swamp. A lot of my friends, they told me don't use King of the Swamp. Maybe you don't need it anymore. Technically, I would, because of not just because I can copy a name, but because it's my main way of getting polymerization. There is a name in here that I copy. Because remember, you can substitute it as an actual name if the fusion you bring out has the text of that name, which one of them does. If not, you just have that you can send away to get a polymerization. Now again, it is my deck, so it's not like I'm going to believe what my friends say, like maybe you don't need it anymore. Well, for me, I think I do need it, because I would need a lot of monsters. Alright, magic cards now. So, you're still going to go with your Searcher, the 3 Banishment of the Darklords. Once per turn, play this, search for any Darklord card. Any Darklord card. Doesn't have to be a monster, just any Darklord card. Once per turn, your Searcher. I was using 3, now I'm only going 2, and that's Darklord Contact. Go with 2. I was trying 1, but I think 1 is not so good for me. I go 2, not 3, not 1, 2. Your monster reborn to the Darklords. Once per turn, play Darklord Contact, special summon a Darklord monster from your graveyard onto the field. That counts for Superbia also. You special summon Superbia, special summon a fairy. You just can't bring out Morningstar. I wish you could, but no, you just can't. Once per turn. You only need to use 1 Darklord Dance, the fusion for the Darklords. You bring out any fusion that you want of a Darklord, as long as you're making a Darklord fusion. You banish from your hand, field, or graveyard of the material you're going to be doing to make your Darklord Dark Fusion monster that you're doing, which is fair enough to me. Now, the one that you chose is gonna gain 1,000 attack points more. Now, it does say also you can use your opponent's monster. You can use the opponent's monsters as long as they're Darklords. So that's why sometimes they play that those other 2 level 4s, and you're gonna give them to your opponent. But that's not my type of way of playing it, because yeah, you're gonna want to do that, but you only have Darklord Dance unless you're using Super Polymerization. But I'm not playing Super Polymerization in this, so really there's no need for me to play that, because this is your only shot. Then where's your other shots? Instead of just giving your opponent monsters. So that's why I'm saying, like, no, I would not really want to play those level 4s. I do have them also, but I'm just not using them. Then of course, yeah, your regular polymerizations. Harpy's Feather Duster, Raigeki, Monster Reborn, Foolish Burial. Foolish Burial, not that bad. It's not that bad to have in. Because remember, Foolish Burial, what are you gonna want to possibly send away? Okay, my first way, Darklord Christia. That's like your main option you want to do. Because what if you had Superbia in your hand? Or let's just say 3 fairies you had in there, and you had Christia in your hand, just throw away a 4th fairy, and then you have Darklord Christia. Special summon from Contact, you can special summon Darklord Christia, because it's any fairy. or Google it. Okay, remember, yeah, sent anyway. Get yourself a Forbidden card or a Darklord card. That's what I like about it. Foolish Burial is not that bad. I don't see it as a bad card to have any in a Darklord deck. Now the Forbidden cards. Okay. Best one out of all is still considered Forbidden Droplet. You send away as many cards as you want due to the fact of how many monsters you're going to hit of your opponent's monsters that are effect monsters. Negate its effects. It's cut in half for that one turn and only this turn, and your opponent cannot resolve to this card. You saw me using two chalices. It's only one chalice now. I'm still doing just one. This was a pricey card, and this is a new card, but I was able to afford it. Because to tell you the truth, my birthday just passed, and my mother just said, "What would you want? Just tell me what you want." I told her I would want a card that I've been looking for, and I think at some point people should be using this. Okay, it's another Forbidden card. It's the Forbidden Crown. Forbidden Crown. Apply one of the following effects until the end of this turn on one monster, which is has 6 effects. 1. Negates effects. 2. Cannot attack. 3. Cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects. 4. Unaffected by card effects except its own. 5. Cannot be attributed. 6. Cannot be used as the material for fusion, synchro, exceed, or link summoning. You freeze your opponent's monster. So this is like, alright, if you're going against like a Red Dragon Archfiend deck, which yeah, like one of my friends would play, I was never able to get Forbidden Crown yet. But if I did play it on him, I would play it automatically on his one monster from him doing any type of fusion or, synchro. Because I know automatically they would do their ways of special summoning, and then increasing or decreasing their level to go into making more plays. But if you can Forbidden Crown one, and they would need to increase the level or decrease the level, but you Forbidden Crown it, they can't do anything. And they can't use it. If you're going against like Monarch, like me, you're going against your Monarch, and I would attribute, no, when it's Forbidden Crown, let's say my Erebus, I cannot, and I have Erebus on the field, and I want to tribute it. Okay, no, Forbidden Crown it. So I cannot use it as a tribute. Its effect's negated, but it's only for that one effect. But you get the idea. Anything. If you're going against, as I just said, Red Dragon Archfiend. If you're thinking of going to, like any type of deck that would have like once per turn effects, Forbidden Crown it so they can't do anything for that one turn. It sucks, yeah, I know it's only one monster, but think of it this way. Forbidden. You can search for any Forbidden card. Chalice or Droplet. Google it. Get any Darklord card except or a Forbidden. These are optionals. I love how this Google it is. Duality. Remove from play when I have a field spell. When I have a fusion on the field. If you control a Dark Fairy fusion monsters, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Then target one Darklord mod or a Forbidden spell in your graveyard. Add it to your hand. It's searchable, and that's why you only want to use one. Don't go 2 or 3. The only thing you want to go 3 with is Droplet. You can go Chalice to 2 or 3, whatever, but I went to 1. And then Forbidden Crown as my substitute. Let's count it that way, my substitute. It would go 2 Chalice, but since I was able to get a Forbidden Crown, I guess, thank you, Mother, for, my birthday present. You want to get me a Forbidden Crown, even though if it was that pricey. But you didn't care? Okay, Forbidden Crown. I'll count that as my substitute for my second Chalice. You could go Forbidden Dance, you could go Forbidden Lance, Forbidden Scripture, but it's not. No need to. And then just for trap cards, Darklord Rebellion, Sanctified Darklord, and then it's a new card in here, as I said, Fallen Angel and Darkness. Okay. I'm only using 3 trap cards. These are my only 3 trap cards. Darklord Rebellion. Send 1 Darklord monster from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard. Destroy 1 card on the field. So a destruction card. Sanctified. Negate it. Send away 1 Darklord monster from your hand or field to the graveyard. Then negate its effects. And then you will gain the life points of what that effect monster, of what that monster is that you negated. Now, Fallen Angel and Darkness. This card should have came out maybe about 8 months ago because people were talking about this card already, except it just never came out until we finally got it. So one of my other friends, when I went to go get Forbidden Crown out of Frankincense. If you don't know Frankincense, it's a cool place to go to, to find, Yu-Gi-Oh, anything that you're looking for, anime, anything like that. He showed me Fallen Angel and Darkness. I'm like, what the hell is Fallen Angel of Darkness? Okay, this is what it does, and this is why he said you should put this in your Darklord deck. This is treated as a Darklord card, even if it's not called Darklord. Fallen Angel and Darkness. You send 1 fairy monster from your hand or field to the graveyard. So that would mean like, alright, fine, you can send away Christia. You special summon 1 Darklord monster from your hand, deck, or your banishment. Special summon it, ignoring the summoning conditions. Look what you can bring out. Ignoring the summoning conditions. Bring out Morningstar. And if you control any Darklords, your Morningstar will not be destroyed by card effects. Now, this is by special summoning. So that would mean by Darklord Morningstar's effect of bringing out Darklords, no, you're not going to be able to do it. That would mean you're bringing out any of your others. Or the Google it. You want a special summon? Get yourself 2 tokens. But imagine like Darklord Morningstar if you were to just summon that out. Look how many Darklords you can bring out. So it's like, let's say your opponent had... So you had Darklord Morningstar. Your opponent had 2 effect monsters. Alright, I'll bring out Nurgle. And I'll bring out Tezcatlipoca. 3 Darklord monsters automatically. Straight like that. And imagine you have Polymerization. There's your 3. Polymerization. 40 card deck. Pretty fun to do. Now let's go with the extra deck. So that's why with Dance, sometimes it does not really matter if I throw away my Morningstar, because I can just bring that right back. And it's treated as a Darklord card. So yeah, search for it if you want to from Banishment. I can copy that and bring out my Darklord Morningstar once again. But if it's in my graveyard, I can't do it. So still, the 3 first Darklord. 3 Dark Fairy monsters. Its text name is with Morningstar. So if they've used... Okay, so 3 fairies. Your opponent cannot target fairy monsters that you control with card effects. If you use the following effects of using the first Dark... okay, let me read correctly. The first Darklord monster... per turn. Once per turn. Okay. So, if the card, Fusion Summoning, using Darklord Morningstar, you can destroy all cards your opponent controls. If you used Darklord Morningstar. Or, this is what I mean by, remember, substitute the name, as long as it has a text name, Darklord Morningstar. If you used any of the 3, using Darklord Morningstar, blow up the entire field. And it's only for that 1 turn. It's not once per turn. The other effect is a quick play. So that's during any player's turn. The second effect. During the main phase, any main phase, quick effect, you can pay 1,000 life points, special summon a fairy monster. The first Darklord, and this was the first one that came out. Now imagine you use this with the dance. This is 4,000. This would be 5,000. All my fairy monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects. Now, of course, the new one, the Darklord Evening Star. All you need is 2 level 6 Dark Fairy monsters. So that would mean your tokens as well. And this is what I mean by if you... Okay, let's just say, yes, polymerization. You don't have Morningstar, but you have any of these, even in your hand, 2 level 6 or higher. Polymerize. Use these 2. Darklord Evening Star. Evening Star. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Okay. More to Evening Star. You can set already a magic and a trap card of a Darklord onto the field. That would mean if you want to start your playoff with getting your, remember, treated. So maybe you want to get your set play ready for Fallen Angel and Darkness. And then you can possibly get Banishment. Set them. You get a set and a set. Set 2 cards. A magic and a trap. But you must reveal them to your opponent. Now, you can activate this because what if you didn't play Banishment yet? Okay, then I'll play Banishment. And then this Darklord as well, Evening Star, has the effect of paying 1,000 life points, copy one of your magic or traps. So as I said, some of the Darklords have that effect, some of them do not have that effect. So this is the second one that came out. So the first Darklord came out, now we got the Darklord Evening Star. I don't always depend on the Darklord. I don't always depend on the Darklords, because there are some others that you can use in here. So yeah, you can still use Guardian Chimera. 3 monsters with different names. 2 of them and 1 in your hand, or 1 of them on the field, 2 in your hand. 3 different names. You have different names. So it's still like you're doing 3, your 3. So don't always depend on your first Darklord. What if you just had 3 and you did not have Morningstar? For an example, just these 3. Polymerization, use all 3. But you do not want to possibly go Morningstar. You can go Guardian Chimera. For as many cards you have on the field, that's how many cards you can do destruction. For how many cards you have in your hand, that's how many cards you're going to be able to draw. So yeah, different names. It does not matter by the attribute, it does not matter by what they are. As long as it's 3 different names. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. 2 dark monsters, any type, you just can't use tokens. I guess what people forget about Starving Venom Fusion Dragon is, okay, it's by this effect. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon has another effect that I guess people forget about. You can target 1 level 5 or higher. Okay, forget that effect. But the other effect that people, I think people, people who play Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, I think they keep on forgetting this effect. Or they just don't pay attention to this effect. But I do pay attention to the effect. Which is, if this fusion summon card is destroyed, destroy all cards just destroy all your opponent's special summoning monsters. Starving Venom Fusion Dragon has that effect. Destroy all special summon monsters that your opponent has on the field. And then just Predator Plant. 3 Dark Fairy monsters on the field. Now it does not say tokens, so they can be your tokens as well. So yeah, don't always depend on your Darklords. And then the Condemned Darklord. Any 2 Dark Fairy fusion monsters. Once per turn, you can send this. You can send one Darklord card. We'll send one card. Get any Darklord card that would require doing a double tribute. So let's say you got rid of Google it. All right, you send away Google it. Okay, so get your search. Anytime this is sent away, you get your search. Then possibly go for a Morningstar because of the effect of searching for doing a double tribute. Then, as your double tribute, you can use the monsters in your graveyard. So let's say to play Morningstar, remove from and count as your double tribute. Count your double tribute using the monsters in your graveyard instead of on the field. So 2, remove from play 2. Morningstar. For as many monsters your opponent has on the field that are effect monsters, that's how many you can special summon more. And as long as this is on the field, for how many fairies you have on the field, once per turn, you'll gain 500 life points. Condemned Darklord. The only Darklord that they made for the Darklords. I don't think they'll do it anymore. But at least we got a second fusion. Because before it was just Condemned and first Darklord. I was wondering, would they ever do another one where, okay, it was 3, right? Would they ever do one where you only have to use 2? Like, think of it, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Blue Eyes. It was just Blue Eyes Ultimate, Blue Eyes Alternative, right? But then they made Blue Eyes Burst Dragon, which you only required 2 Blue Eyes monsters. So what if they made one? Yeah, it was just this. Condemned and first Darklord. What if they did one, which they did? Because, yeah, it was like me and my friend, we were wondering, what if they ever did another one? They should do another one, but it would only require doing 2. Which, yes, they did do Evening Star. Finally, like, alright, cool. We finally got, like, what we said. Because this is all it was before. When the first Darklords came out, and then we got support for the Darklords, it was just these 2. Would they ever do one where require only using 2? Just like the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Just from the beginning, the Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, it was 3 Blue Eyes White Dragons. But would they ever do one where it only required doing 2 Blue Eyes, which was Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon? Required only 2, using 2. That's what I'm saying. Would they ever make one? You only had to use 2 fairies. Which they did, thank God. And I don't know if they're ever going to make any more extra. But at least the Condemned Darklord, the first Darklord, and then they brought out Darklord Evening Star. Hopefully they can do some more, but other than that, at least we got right here what me and him said. At least just one that they would make. You only have to use 2, not 3. And yeah, don't always depend on using these. I do have like 3 because yeah, it's so easy to bring out. But then I have my other options right here. Predaplant, Starving Venom, Guardian Chimera. See how different this is? There was no soul charge, soul exchange. I took that out. I put in 3. I put in more Darklords. See, it was 2, now it's at 3. This is a new one in here. My Fallen Angel and Darkness. You only need to use 1. So I took out Enchantment. Only 1, and then yes, my substitute now for my Chalice. A Forbidden Crown. It's a pricey card. I'll admit to you that. Very, very pricey. At some time, I don't know when, they're possibly going to reprint this and it's going to get cheaper. But as of right now, it's a pricey card. It's pricey. But lucky enough, since it was my birthday, my mother just said, get whatever you want. And as for me, I just said, I was looking at Forbidden Crown. She told me, is that the card that you want? Sure, I'll take Forbidden Crown. Okay, here you go. Here, I bought Forbidden Crown for you. Oh my god. And then Forbidden Crown is just an amazing card. May stop your opponent for that one monster, but it's very, very consistent. Because, yeah, like, okay, think of it this way. You summon out and the Ash Blossom. fine. That's just stopping an effect. Or infinite impermanence. They just stop an effect. But they would still be able to do whatever they want. But if you play Forbidden Crown, that's almost like, yeah, Ash Blossom, the infinite impermanence, but you can't do anything else. You may be Ash, you may be Evac Veiler. Like, okay, Evac Veiler, no effect. But they're still going to be able to do what they want. Fuse, Synchro, Link. Yeah, they're still doing that. You're just stopping the effect. But you're permanently stopping it. And it is searchable. I can keep on going and searching. So let's just say this is part 2. Because yeah, I'm always going to show my different kind of ways of how I show the deck. Yes, you saw it. It's still a bit similar. Just a little difference. Fusion Darklord deck. Now with a new Forbidden card, more Darklord cards, using more of 3, only 1 Darklord Superbia, 2 Darklord Contact, not 3, no Dark Honest, no spell card soul exchange. So yeah, I switched it around compared to what you saw before. I'm always going to switch things around. If this doesn't go well for me, but most likely it has been so far, I'll switch things up again, and then I'm going to show you what I have done when I switch everything around again. But as of right now, this is the new type of way. And then yeah, it's still the same fusions. And yeah, when I show you a video, you'll see how it is. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, comment, subscribe. A video I'll show you guys. Speak to y'all later. Have a good day. Peace.